So for some of you that may not know this, I have been kind of staying away from hunting over the last year. I haven't been that invested into it. I don't really care that much about it. That being said, recently I went out of town for a little while and I went hunting and I freaking sent it. Today I am covering my most insane, epic, so far my greatest store haul as a whole as of yet. I'm Steven, this is Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans, and today I'm covering my greatest store haul as of yet. But before we get in today's video, please do me that favor, like, comment, and subscribe. Helps us out a ton, and I seriously appreciate the support. But let's get in today's video. So, like I said, I'm going over my most recent store haul, hunting trip, expedition, whatever you want to call it. I live in Arizona, and I've pretty much hunted all of the location around me that I'm willing to go out of. Recently, I went on a trip and I went to Georgia. So new territory, things I haven't seen, things I can't get in my area were located there. So I decided, hey, let's go hunting a little bit. Let's try to find some harder to find bottles. And I'll be honest, I didn't really find anything that's super epic, rare, limited, allocated, but I did find quite a few fantastic bottles that are not in my area. So today I'm gonna cover that whole hunting expedition. And to start that off, probably the one I'm the most excited about. I got to see a different world of a product that I've never seen before, but now blows my mind because what the freaking heck? And that is, ironically, Jack Daniel's Bottled in Bond. Let me explain. You know I don't really care too much for the shelf product that they now release at the 700 milliliter. This is the old Jack Daniel's Bottled in Bond. So far, again, haven't really gotten into any of these bottles as of yet, so I can't really talk too deep on any of the flavor profiles, but I have compared this to the current bottling of the Bottled in Bond, and this is the Jack Daniel's Bottled in Bond we should have gotten. This is so much more flavorful than the current Jack Daniel's Bottled in Bond. This is darker, richer, a little bit more complex. Like, this is fantastic, and it's also $30 for a freaking liter. This is a fantastic bottle of Jack Daniel's, and I honestly wish I lived near a base that sold that constantly, because that would be my constant daily drinker. And on the topic of daily drinkers, a bottle that I found that's a daily drinker for a lot of people, but they don't sell it in my current location, Cooper's Craft 100. Again, haven't gotten super good into this yet, or deep into this, or whatever you want to call it, but this is a really good bottle. This is honestly, from the one like AB thing I've had, I like this better than Old Forester 101. I like this better than even that Jack Daniel's Bottled in Bond I just showed you. The current Jack Daniel's Bottled in Bond, this might be the best Brown-Forman daily drinker. Like, this is, I know for the Jack Daniel's Bonded, I said that's the Jack Daniel's Bonded we wanted, and then that's the one we got in the back shelf over there. This is like the early times Bottled in Bond we wanted. This stuff is fantastic. This reminds me so much of the old school early times Bottled in Bond. It's rich, it's very Brown-Forman, super flavorful, super good. It's a little bit pricier than obviously that old one is, because this is $7.50. I got it for like 35 bucks. But man, oh man, I now see why so many people who like that Brown-Forman flavor profile have that as their daily drinker, because it's so close to that Old Forester 100 proof. But like, if Old Forester 100 proof had an extra depth, an extra dimension, had a little bit more of a oomph to it, because that is probably one of the better $30, $35 bottles I have in my collection right now, and I really wish I could get it in my current location. And after that one, getting into a bottle I've heard so much stuff about, and I was not disappointed at all. Another fantastic sub $50 bottle. This is insane, and again, wish I could get these in my area. Chattanooga 111 proof bourbon. This stuff is fan-freaking-tastic, and the crazy thing, this is like $40, $45. This is on par with like the uncut, unfiltered, the younger, whatever you want to call that bottle. This stuff is really, really freaking good. Not the most complex, but the thing I really enjoyed about this, and again, I haven't really gotten super into it. I just tried it once and I was like, oh, I really like that bottle. But the thing I really like about this is that it's a higher proof bottle at like $40, $45, and it doesn't have any weird, funky, youthful flavor notes that are very off-putting. It's a very well-rounded, solid bourbon that so far I've enjoyed. Given, again, I haven't gone super deep into it, so I can't talk super deep into the flavor profile of it itself, but I had one pour of it and I enjoyed the flavor profile. It seemed like a very down the middle, solid bourbon that you can't complain about. Not at all. And another bourbon that you can never complain about, MGP. And my favorite bottler of MGP at the moment is, as you all know, Doc Swensons. So when I found this here bottle sitting on the shelves for like $55 or something, of course I bought it. It's a bourbon pick from Doc Swensons. This I found at like a local Costco in Georgia. It is 55.9% ABV. It's called Rye Another Day. And again, I haven't really gotten super deep into it. Like literally none of these are through the neck pour, but I will never pass up a Doc Swensons bottle ever, especially at that price. You cannot frown at that. That is really, really good MGP. In that case, that's a single barrel MGP, but all of their stuff I've had so far, I have never gone wrong with. And $55 is a freaking steal for anything with the Doc Swensons label on. Even the whole alter ego, like the 95 proof alter ego, all really fantastic and solidly priced at that whole $55. And next, a bottle I haven't even actually tried yet because, again, I just got back, it's going to take me a while to get through all this stuff. All of the next ones I've not even tried. This is Uncle Nearest Rise. So this is my first offering from them, actually, that I've purchase. I've tried some of their bourbon. I like their bourbon. I haven't had any of their rye. I know this is a new offering from them. 100 proof. Again, don't know much more about it at all other than it's 100 proof, 100% rye mash bill. So I'm excited to get into that. I'm gonna do a review and whatnot of that later on in the future. And the last two on my insane store haul are actually from the same brand. And again, like the Uncle Nears, have yet to try it, so I cannot speak on whether they are good or not. But these are some tubular bottles, and I'm super excited because I got these for another ridiculous borderline steal, given I haven't had the whiskey, so I don't know if I can really speak on if they were a steal per se, but I got these for each $80, and in the world of whiskey where they are sitting in, it's a steal. It's a steal, and that is American Single Malt Courage and Conviction. These bottles, look at these tubes. Look at these tubes. These are insane. This is like the fanciest branding I have in my entire collection now. Like, these are some of the fanciest branding I have. These are both, so I got the Cuve. It's C-U-V-E with like a little tilde on it and then another E. Don't know how to pronounce that properly. Suve? It's probably something that's like French. Not a word I'm good at pronouncing. And then a sherry cask finish. So this is PX sherry, and this is a, we'll call it Cuve. Cask finish American single malts, and these are both at cask strength. So this one's 59.4, this is 59.2. Don't know ages on that, but cask strength sherry and Cuve finished American single malts from Virginia Distilling Co. Super excited to crack into those. $80 on that for a cask strength finished single malt. So good. That being said, I did take a little bit of a risk on them because I have tried another bottle from their actual brand before, but it was a blend of their malt and then some scotch, and I didn't really care much for that. I just thought it was very lackluster and whatnot, and I don't really like the fact that you're blending American malt with scotch, so on and so forth, but that's neither here nor there. But that is my insane, most epic store haul. And honestly, even though I didn't come back with any rare, limited, allocated, whatever Buffalo Trace, there's no like Bookers in this batch or whatever, I think this is so far my favorite store haul as of yet because I was able to pick up 2 finished cask strength American single malts, a few bourbons that I really, really like, a new rye for me, and quite a few bottles that I don't see in my area. Like, I've never seen these before that. Like, I think $80 is a steal for them. It seems like a steal to me, but I could be wrong. Honestly, the only bottle I've seen a lot of are these, and I just can't pass up on a cheaper version of that bottle because I know even if it's cheap, it's still gonna be that Doc Swensons quality, and I am all in on their quality. That is a wrap for today's video though. Please do me that favor, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below what you thought about my store haul, what you think about some of the bottles I was able to pick up, as well as what have been your best store hauls as of recently. I know the world of whiskey is getting a little crazy. That's why I've kind of disinvested from it, but what have been some of your most recent store hauls that you've really, really enjoyed? Also, check out the Facebook, Instagram, and the Patreon. Links for all that stuff are down there below. That's a wrap for today's video. Cheers, y'all. We'll see you later.